In 2019, I bought and reviewed the Peak Design Slide camera strap, and I think it may be the best camera strap ever designed. I'll leave a link to that original review up there somewhere. Now, over the last 4 years, I've completely changed camera brands, upgraded camera bodies, but I've still kept the very same Peak Design Slide strap that I got then. And I even got another one for my X-H2S camera there. Now, the premise of that first review was that camera manufacturers make brilliant and expensive camera image creating equipment, but they seem to, for some reason, supply really cheap camera straps with that equipment. So why do camera manufacturers cheap out basically on the very safety nets that we rely on for our workhorses, our pride of joys, our hard-earned equipment? In my opinion, I'm guessing money. Cheap to source, and basically it's just another cheap way of advertising the brand. Now, in the years since I did that first review, I've changed camera brands, I've changed camera bodies, I've bought more camera bodies, and I've still got the very same strap that I bought in the first place. It's that good. But why are they that good? Surely a camera strap is just a piece of material that we hang around our necks. There can't really be a reason to buy a third-party camera strap, can there? Well, first we need to cover the design of the strap. And to be honest, the design is everything. You see, I think that the camera strap has been so well considered for photographers, and that's because the company Peak Design was set up by photographers. Now, the designers have got the width of the strap at 45mm just right, so that even after a long day of carrying your camera around, you don't feel any pressure there. Now, Peak Design have actually incorporated padding within the webbing of the strap itself. Now, whereas other manufacturers, the padding is quite bulky and obvious, with the thinner materials that Peak Design have used within the actual webbing, it absolutely does not interfere with the function and maneuverability of the strap in any way. And then there's the choice of the webbing itself. See, the webbing was specifically chosen so that it would slide over any material you've got on, and it's much like a car seat belt. But then, if you just want to carry your camera over one shoulder, on the other side of the strap is a pattern of silicone grip so that it won't move, it holds itself in place. And then adjusting the length of the strap is simply done by lifting the low profile aluminium and nylon adjusters, sliding it to where you're happy with it, clipping it back in place. But then we come to the really clever part, the anchors, how we actually attach the strap to the camera. Now, you know, normally with a supplied camera strap, you've got these awkward width nylon webbing things that you have to try and slot through a small lug, and then you have to feed it back on itself, then it has to go through that little plastic figure of 8, then it has to go underneath itself, then you have to contort your body into the downward dog position whilst chanting Om. Not with the Peak Design anchors. Now, these little anchors each are rated to 90 kilos, and all we do is we slot the loop through the lug and then the anchor through its own loop. Done. Attach your strap, click it into place, simple as that. Now, if I, with one hand and many missing digits, can do this, anybody can. But that's not where the genius ends. Oh no. If you get the standard plate adapter and screw that into the tripod socket under your camera, you can then attach one of the anchors to that, and by attaching your strap to that anchor, you've got this incredibly secure, a cross-body camera carry style. Now, carrying your camera across your body like this has two major advantages. Firstly, the camera's positioned down and behind you, and that vastly reduces your profile, so as you're walking about, you're less likely to bash your equipment into things or people. And secondly, carrying the camera down here like this, your hand is naturally brought to the grip of the camera, which means if you see a shot opportunity, smile by the way, you're looking good today. It's there. There's no you don't have to think about it. The camera body and the camera grip is there, ready to go, shooting. Now, a couple of other benefits of carrying the camera like this is that firstly, you're not just putting all the weight around your neck, which is really bad for us. We all know today how bad our necks are by looking at our phones or iPads or whatever every day. Secondly, if the camera's just over your shoulder, it's a little bit more of an opportunity for thieves to snatch and run, whereas like this, it's a lot less likely. Now, because I've got the standard plate on the bottom of the camera, I can actually attach a Peak Design, I don't know if you can see that, the Peak Design clutch. And that goes on as well as the camera strap. And they don't interfere with each other. And they don't interfere with each other even if I put the whole lot on a tripod. Brilliant. Now, like I said, in the last 4 years, I've changed camera bodies, I've changed camera brands, and this Peak Design slide has been with me for the whole time. It's been across countries, it's been across continents with me, and it's still as smooth and durable as the day I got it. And this is where I think Peak Design may have shot themselves in the foot, because if I needed another camera strap, I would buy another Peak Design slide, but I don't need to. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and you think that the Peak Design might be the camera strap for you, I'll put a link in the description below so that you can actually go and have a look yourself. Now, if enough people do use that link and buy a camera strap, then I might get a small commission for that, and if you do, that is brilliant. I thank you so much, because anything helps when it comes to making these videos. And don't forget to check out that video from 2019. I was probably looking a lot younger then, and I'm wearing a hat because I had a lot more hair then, and I didn't feel the cold so much. So enjoy. Thank you.